Welcome to my live tonight. Let me check and get some things set up here. In the meantime, I can show you some of the images that we're going to be using. One of the transfers is the houndstooth transfer. It's a great big transfer. It's at least 18 by 18, maybe even bigger. I haven't actually measured it. I just know that it's big. If you're on, please like, share, and comment. I would love to have you join in, and I've had several join me the past few lives, so that's been fun. And the more you spread the word around, the more people I'm going to get to know and get to be able to share my lives with, and that will be fun, a fun thing. Hi Nancy. Another transfer we're going to use tonight is the big dot transfer, and it is also as big as the houndstooth. It's at least 18 by 18, maybe bigger, and I have cut them in half. I'm just using part of it. Unless you're doing pillows or something big, it's easier to work with part of this transfer. Then the last transfer we're going to use is the one I keep using a lot, is the mini holiday icons, and we'll just use one or two things off of that tonight to go along with our Christmas trees. So let me get you set back up to me, and then we'll put you on the table view, and we'll get the switcher set up. And now I should be in the corner. Nancy, thanks for liking and sharing. I appreciate that. That will be great. So let me show you some things we're going to use tonight then. One of the things is I have a couple of ribbons I've pulled out to decorate with. So haven't decided if I'm using both of them, one on each different set of trees, or if I'm just going to use the red and black. We'll just decide that. And then I'm thinking I might use this snowflake ribbon that might go along with it, because it's just way cute, and it could be tied around there with that. And I finally remembered the other night when I was in a hobby, I remembered where I got this from. So this is way cute. They have this other one that we used on that other thing the other day. So this is what they look like. They have little wood things attached to them. Could have used this on it too, but you can get any kind of trim or used trim that you've got. That'll be great. But we're definitely using the snowflake. Then I'm thinking about using these two holiday mini icons, and one's the dove and one's the snowflake. As many of you know, that if you're on and you've seen this before, there's a lot to choose from, but those were the ones I thought I'd like to use on my trees. Then I've got some ball ornaments here that I might use with the bow and that. There's that. And then my little frosted pine cones. Might even use that. So I've just got a few things ready. I have, if I decide I don't want that, I have my little bells or big bells. So I've got several things just right here ready to use. And then also we're going to use the tags. So, and this, we'll use the holiday minis on those. So another thing we're using tonight, and you can use any kind of paint you want. This is paint that I painted my furniture with. It's called Rethunk Junk by Lara. And I get this at Renew and Redo here in American Fork. I love this paint. And this one's called Deep Ocean. So I'm using that. I had leftovers. And then I also have this barn door from there, from the Rethunk Junk, and it is, it goes a long ways, these jars. You could even just get small jars in them, smaller than this. But I like how it spreads on, and it is nice paint. But you could even just use regular craft paint. The other thing that I used from their line was this black pearl wash. And it gives kind of a shiny black streak to it, or pearly look to it. So it's kind of fun. So I've already painted my trees. And I have the 2 sizes in them. And we are going to chalk on those front and back. And then I have the 2 sizes here in the red trees, the barn. So this is the ocean, this is the barn. And the reason I chose this is because this matches my dresser that I have in my hallway that I redid, my long dresser. And then I have a runner on there that has kind of a barn red ruffle on the edges. So this could be cute too. So I just wanted to try them both, and maybe they'll both end up going on there, or I'll do one of each, like a blue and a red together or something. Hi, Randy. Hi, honey. So, okay, we'll continue on from there. The other things we're going to use is the Chalkology paste that Chalk Couture carries. And we are going to do the black velvet, which is the black. And we're going to do the white, which is the bright white. And then one other thing that, and I forgot to put that on my pictures. Let me grab those here. And I'll show you my thoughts on this. But maybe I only want to do one, or maybe I'm getting too much. But like the piece could go with the dove. So and then the Believe could go with the snowflake. I guess you could even do ho ho ho, or I just thought the snowflake was cute and wintry. So that's my thought. So we're gonna chalk these first. Now I need to know, do you guys think I should chalk my designs in the black or the white on these? So let me show you the prints again. We have the dot going on one set, because we're just going to try it and see how it turns out. And we have the houndstooth going on the other set. So tell me what you think on which color I should do it in, because it's only going to pick up, it's going to leave the blue and it's going to leave the red. So if I chalk on this in black, then I'm going to want white words. Or if I do chalk on this in white, then I would do the black words. So, and we probably have a lag, so let me see if anybody has a comment on it. So I'm still working on my room, so that's crazy. You'd think I'd be done by now, but it's just hard figuring out where everything's going, and I'm starting to run out of space again. So I still have a little room in my closet, but I've just got to figure some things out. I still may be moving a couple of more things around. So, I've put, while I'm waiting for comments, okay, that's what I thought. And then chalk in the black on the words. So I bought these little cups the other day for another project, actually, but I ended up using them in my drawers. I've got to get more, but they hold a whole bunch of embellishments in my small drawers. So all I have to do is open up a drawer and I can grab any kind of embellishment I want. So I was excited about that. So Nancy thinks white. I think white too. That was my original thought. So, okay. So I'm gonna set my black aside, and I'm gonna peel this up. And we'll start with our biggest tree. And if you're on for the first time, I could show you that real quick. I don't know how well this transfer's been fuzzed, but you want to make certain you fuzz your transfers. And I've decided that is key to not sticking so much to stuff. And probably a regular towel is better than the microfiber I was using, because the regular towel has more fuzz. So, and this is a half of a sheet of the houndstooth. So I'll see if I can decide which way I want to put it. I do it this way, then I think I can get both trees on there, one on the other end of it. Oh, here's my other tree. And I guess I'm not doing it on the stem because or the trunk part. Okay, so I looked at this earlier. I haven't had time to thin it, but if you're new on, if your paste is too thick, you want to thin it with a little sprayer or any kind of a sprayer, and distilled water is the best. And I like to have it the consistency of cake batter. Some people say yogurt. How was your day, Nancy? And if anybody else is on, please say hi and welcome, welcome if you're on. And I don't know that you're on. I can't see who's on. I've got to get another thing going on here, and then maybe I can tell. My one little tablet went funny. I haven't tried to see if it's still okay or if it's just not going to connect. So that looks pretty good. So I'm going to set, this was a little makeup spatula. You can get those anywhere. I like the long handled ones. Better to work fast. That's something I've got to learn to do better. And you can clean off the excess. So I'm going to peel this one up. Hi, Jenny Lynn. How are you tonight? Oh, that's good, Nancy, that you was able to do that. So here's this one. It went over the side a little bit. So I'm just going to take an alcohol wipe. Be sure and tell the kids hi, Jenny. So that's really cute. And then I'm going to set this aside for a second and let that dry. Let me, oh, now I'm probably crooked on you, sorry. I bumped my tablet. I've got to tighten this screw on it, I think. Because it keeps wanting to flop. It's a little bit heavier tablet than my other one was, because I had the mini on that view. Sorry. I'm gonna wipe this with my, because I want to be able to use it again in just a few minutes. So I'm gonna wipe it with my alcohol wipe. And I stuck my mat underneath here. My kitchen little cutting board. That will help some. Oh, fun. I'm glad Jenny likes to craft like her mom. So she always makes fun things for Christmas. So I'm anxious to see what you're doing this year. That will be so fun. Did you make a project with Amber and the gals? With the supplies Amber bought from me? If you did, you should post what you did in my group. Now the other thing, depending on where you were going to put this, you wouldn't necessarily have to ink both sides. I think I will, but you could just ink one side. Yeah, it did, didn't it? Well, maybe you'll have to get with her and make something. Okay, so I'm ready to fill this up. I'm just going to clean off any excess. Oh, and I'm going to grab my other mat a minute. And I'll just lightly try and clean this a bit. If it's a little distressed, it'll be okay because I'm gonna sand it here in a minute after we get the other side of it on. Of course, it's better to go. Yeah, you will have to do another craft night. That would be fun for you too. And the girls. I'm sure Clover made something too. Okay, so I saw one spot up here on this that I'm going to try and wipe off with this. It must have seeped through. But like I say, I'm kind of going for distressed anyway, so that'll be okay. So let me grab the blow dryer because I got to get these, blow dry these real quick, and then we'll turn them over and do the other side. If anybody new is on, please say hello, and if you can like, share, and comment, that would be appreciated. The more people I get watching these, and the more I can get this going. Ah, there I am crooked again. Sorry guys, hold on. You're probably wondering what in the heck. I do not know what's going on with it. There, maybe, no. Let me try something here. Sorry. Do I look crooked? Now I notice there's some little hex screws in here, so I guess I'll have to see if it'll tighten up. Okay, so we'll turn this over here and put this on our other back side real quick. So, and I'm just gonna line it up like I did before, just on the edge here. You want to make certain you have all the bubbles out. Because the bubbles how you get your leakage. then I'll smooth this one out. See how I can work any faster. The other thing, let me try my bigger squeegee and see if I do better with I've gotten so used to using the small pieces that okay, this time I'm going to try and hurry and do the other one and then peel them both at the same time. That's good if I wasn't crooked, because it was going every which way. I've almost got this. As you clean off your excess, put it back in the jar. And then I'm going to just peel from the middle. Now I'm going to move these off to the side a minute. Now I have quite a bit of paste here, so I'm going to just run this over it real quick. Just get some of it off of there. And I think I'll set this on my paper for a minute, because I'm going to want to use these mats again. So, and I'll just set it on the shiny side. If you haven't, if you're just on tonight for the first time, you write on the back of this what it is. It's a houndstooth, and then you know which side to put your transfer back on, but you need to take this transfer and take it and run it through the water, warm water, and clean it good. And then you can use an alcohol wipe and scrub the back of it with it. Keep it upside down on a towel, and then as soon as it's dry, you put it back on this sheet and it'll be tacky again. The alcohol wipe makes it more tacky. Okay, and I see a spot down here, but like I say, it's going to be kind of vintage anyway, so probably won't make a whole lot of difference. Probably from my hand is where that came from. So that's the dry side, that's the more wet side. I even have a dot here. It had to have been something I had on my hand. Okay, so now we'll just blow these dry for a second. And actually, I think to cut down on time, I'll just set these behind because I wanted to show both sets. So let me just set these aside. They should be dry by the time we have this other. And we'll do the white on these also. So, and remember to always peel from the middle. You can start it aside, but you want to peel from the middle. Now this transfer has never been fuzzed, so I am going to take my towel and we're going to fuzz it. And I don't know if you guys, you probably can't see that in the camera, but it's already getting some lint on it from the towel. So you want to do that 3 or 4 times. And I think I still need to do it at least one more time. Let me pick up my 2 transfers that I might need those, or you get all this stuff on the table and it just seems crowded. Okay, so then I'll take my red and my other red one, and I'm just going to line it up so the trunk is just below it like the other one. This should fit about the same because it's a half a sheet. It's not quite the same. I could always and actually with the dot it's not going to matter, so I'm going to turn this tree this way. With the houndstooth it made a difference. So, and then I'll flip these over and I'm going to use my squeegee, get out any air bubbles. Air bubbles cause the leakage underneath. Yeah, and I just made more bubbles by the way I pulled it, so I'm going to rub it that way. Okay, and I think we're good. So I'm going to try my bigger squeegee again. See if I can work a little faster by doing the big one. It's good to pull one direction. Now I've got excess over here. I'm just going to see if I can get some of that cleaned off. So I've about got this side then. I'll clean off the excess and we'll dry this and do the other side. I don't know if you could see that. I guess I should have held it up to show you. So there's that. The polka dot's way cute also. I'm going to set this aside here. We're going to see if we can just use it again real quick without washing it. We're going to try that. Let me just get the blow dryer on these two pieces here. Okay, so that's dry. This one's almost dry just from sitting there. Okay, so now we can turn this over. And I see a couple of spots here I need to clean off. Maybe I'll turn my mat over. So we had the red tree this way. We'll line that up and we will use the squeegee again to get any air bubbles out. And I'll use the squeegee on this, and then we'll grab the paste and yeah, it looks like it's fine, and I was okay not to wash it. It depends on how much paste you leave on there and how thick your paste is. I think definitely after this time you couldn't do it a second time, or a third time, I mean. But it seems to be going on here just fine. I will find out when we pill it up though. So we'll do that. I'm going to put the lid on my paste now because I don't want it to dry out. So I'm just going to hurry and get the lid on it. And then we'll just peel that up. I'm going to set these off to the side for a minute. I see one spot there that's kind of funky. So let me see what I got to do here. Let me take my wipe. Don't know if I can try and line this back up. That is probably where it dried and the paste doesn't want to go through there. See, that's the other reason why you usually clean it. We had one little spot up here. So we'll get those two little spots real quick. I think we'll be okay. Not going to take very much. And that's a little better. The other thing is you could take a Q-tip and clean it up even more, but that could even be the back of your tree. Plus, we still have other stuff going on there, so. In fact, here's a spot that might have got on from laying it back on there. Okay, I'm going to set these aside though and let these dry. We won't even blow dry them. We're just going to let them air dry for a minute. And let me just try and get some of this paste off of here real quick. And then I can set this behind me. And I won't get paste everywhere. So if anybody's just joining in, please like, share, and comment. And let me know you're on. I love getting people on and watching, and I've had some pretty good turnout the past few days, so maybe tonight people are busy. I know it's getting closer to the holidays and people have parties and things going on also. You can always watch the rebroadcast. Okay, I think we'll just leave that. I can clean those up later. And let me try and get my hands so they're not so white. And then I'll set this off to the side here. Okay, so we'll move on, and we're gonna put the Believe on there and the piece on them real quick. So, and Believes, put this so you guys can see it, Believes a little longer, so I think I'm going to do piece here and Believe here. These have never been used, so once again I need to do the fuzz thing. And on the back I've already written on these so that I know that that's my back side. And then we'll do the piece one 3 or 4 times, and then we'll stick them on. And actually, I think what I want to do is get my these pieces seem to be ready, so I'm going to decide which side. It probably doesn't really matter. So if I have these ready, and then I can have these ready, then I can do them at the same time real quick. So we're doing that in the black. That's what we decided. The other thing on this blue, the red might even show up more. In fact, that means I'd have to clean the transfer, but let me grab the red. Let's see which. Because I'm thinking the red on this one might show up more than the black would, because my blue's so dark. And that means this will still do black, but I'll have to clean the transfer. After I said I wasn't going to do it that way. Okay, can everybody see that, the piece? So let me set that aside a minute, and actually I'll set this back here a second. I'm going to have to clean it, and we'll and there's the bleed. I think the red's showing up maybe better than the black would have. Let me set these behind me. We'll let these dry a minute, and I won't have to blow dry them. Now this is just glass, so I'll be okay to clean on this glass. I'll just get a new baby wipe. Oh, thanks, Nancy. Yeah, I think the red, I got to thinking about it, and I think the red is better. And I'm just laying that on my towel for a minute. I'll grab another one because it's pretty stained all over. See if I can get some of that red off of there. Some more. Okay, and then I'm just going to use my microfiber towel and dry them. put the sleeve on here. Let me close my paste real quick. And I'll set that aside here. And I have a new thought for the, instead of black, I might use the blue that matches my blue. Let me grab my blue. So I might do the blue here instead of the black. Nancy, tell me if you're the only one on. I don't know if Jenny's there, but because I might intermix the trees too. And so that would bring out my blue. So that's kind of what I'm thinking. Is doing the blue. And then I'll get the piece on there. And then I'm going to grab a new squeegee. This one's not been open, so let me grab my other one here. Yeah, I think I'm going to try the blue. Since I might be the only one using them anyway. Now you could cut these trees out, or you could, if you search on the internet, there's a lot of patterns for trees, or you could try and duplicate the trees. Hobby Lobby has different things, I noticed, even Michael's, so you may even find some trees that are cut out. If anybody wants to duplicate this, you could even do the thinner wood and hang it. There's lots of ways you could do this. And there's the blue. I don't know how well you can see it. I like it. I'll set that back here. And then we'll do the piece. Okay, and I'm going to close the lid on my paste. And lift up my image. And it looked like maybe it peeled some stuff up, but that's the way the transfer is. So, oh, thanks, Nancy. So let me let these dry a second, and I am going to set these back here and see if I can figure out what I did with my little mask here. Maybe I will do it without. We're not going to do too much, but I've got my sander here, and I was going to distress, and I have a mask that I wear. Oh, here it is. So you'll be able to see my lovely little wood mask. But this is way better than the cotton ones. Sorry about the noisy part. Let me wipe this one off a bit and see what. Okay, so there's one, mostly distressed the edges, and I think that's what I'm mostly going to just do the edges. So let me get the other two real quick. I say sorry about this part. I know it's noisy. Oh, thanks, Jenny. I like the blue too. Okay, so there's the other one. So I'm sure you can't hear me under that, sorry. So, let me grab the other two real quick and we'll try and move this along. There's that one. Just got one last one and then we're good. Okay, let me shake off here a minute. That dust just really gets to my asthma, so the mask is a good thing. So let me clean these off with my microfiber. Yeah, the blue just gives them a little color. Even if I don't put them together, makes them a little more cheerful. I need Jenny here. She's my woodworking gal. She built a cabinet or an island thing. So she would be good at this. She could do all my sanding and cutting. Okay, so we have these. Let's quickly do the tags and then and let me get my glue gun on, and then we'll embellish them, and then we'll be finished. And the little tags don't take very long, as you know that. Let's see how long we've been, a little over an hour already. I say sorry to turn out so long. So, and these have already been fuzzed. So, and actually the bird, yeah, it's just going to kind of have to go sideways. Oh, thanks, Nancy. And the snowflake doesn't quite fit on there either. Yeah, we could do a craft night, Jenny. Let me see about these other tags here. You just lose part of it on these tags. They're not quite as big as the image. So we'll do that one there like that. Let me grab two more of these other tags that are like that. They're just right here by me. I was thinking I wanted to use the little narrower ones, but I'm not liking how they fit on there, so we'll just do these. So, and I'm just going to use the white paste. And I won't need to mix it because it's plenty good. Let me just clean off my squeegee real quick. I'm going to even do the leaf on the dove white. I'm just going to keep everything white on the dove. Let's just make it fast, and it bled a little bit. Let me see what, maybe we'll have to wash that off. I don't know why it would bleed. It felt like it was on there good. That's one good thing, is you can just start over. And this isn't very big, so let's see what happens this time. Still a little bit. Let me just take a Q-tip here. Might be just as easy to clean it up here with the Q-tip. Well, and I needed to just keep my fine point there. I'm just going to add a little bit more back in because I rubbed a teeny bit off, but it'll be okay. And then I'm just going to set this aside here. And we'll let that dry. Let me see if I can clean this one up without taking so much off of it. Yeah. So, yeah, it basically did the same thing but it was almost easier than starting over, so. Okay, I think that's okay, and we'll just leave that and we'll move on. Okay. And maybe there were some bubbles under it that I didn't think I had. That could have been the other reason it didn't go on as good. If we wasn't already so long in the video, I would have just washed them off, but I don't want to keep you guys forever. So there's the snowflake. Let me wipe this a minute. Well, we've used these on the tags before and they haven't bled, but for some reason they're bleeding just a little bit tonight. Let me dry it here on the microfiber a minute. But these have been used a lot, so that could be the other issue now. Some of these have been used probably 45, 50 times now. And they say 10 times usually is your max, but you can make them last. Yeah, that did it just slightly too, so let me set this aside. I still think it'll be okay when it dries. We're just gonna leave it. I'll get my lid on my paste. I'm gonna grab a new one of these. See if I can clean a spot or two. You can always go in after too with a wet after it dries and get some of it off, but it's not bad actually. So we'll set those here up at the top for a minute, and I'm not going to blow dry them. We'll just let them dry. Now I need opinions here on which ribbon. Should I put that one around there? Or should we use this one? And the other option is, let me show you because I already had this option, maybe not even use the thick ribbon, or just do a bow in the front with a thick ribbon. Since it's kind of, they're curved, so they're kind of going funny. And I would want this off to the side over here, and I was going to try and tie a bow in it. Maybe that's all we really need by the time I get the tag on there. So let me cut this, and I'll just tie a knot there. You don't want all these cute beads to come off. I don't know, can you guys see that? I'll tie a knot on the other end here. Yeah, I think that's cute, like that. Let's see if I can get that. They're all going to tie up just a little differently because of where the stuff falls. Okay, and I'm not, let me see if I can move this a bit. We might have to lose a little bit of the ribbon. See if I can get a better tie on it. Okay, so I'm gonna tie this up here a little bit tighter and then trim that little piece off. Okay, so we have that one done. Let me set this aside over here a minute. Get these out of the way. We'll tie this up here. And I think that'll work, so I'm gonna cut it right there and tie it right here. So that kind of ended up with 3 snowflakes together. And I'll push these beads and, sorry, I guess you probably wasn't seeing all that. I'll tie that. I'm going to tie an end on here so because I don't want to lose anything. Now let me grab I've got just some twine that looks like it's the same stuff. And that's what we'll tie our little tags on with real quick. This is one of those where hard to find the opening here. So I'm going to do the snowflake with the believe. I'm just going to tie right around the middle here. I'll probably just knot it. And we'll do this one. So there's those two. I'll grab the doves and we'll get the other ones in here real quick. I probably should have just made one set, but I wanted everybody to see the combination together because we would have been half the time. Okay, now we can either quit here. So we need opinions real quick before we end the video. I originally was thinking more stuff, but maybe what we have is plenty. But the other thing was you could glue a couple of these ornaments up here, or even just one. So, just a thought. So do you like it with the ornaments? Should we quit? Should I put a little greenery with the pine cones? Tell me what you think, or should we just leave them like this and call it good? I have those little, but I would paint them white. You can't really see that. It's tiny. Oh, I have these. We could glue that at the top. Do you like that? Or should we just leave them? Okay. That's what I was thinking, that maybe we should just leave them like they are. So I will get a picture of these and post them hopefully tomorrow. Yeah, because sometimes you can just get too much stuff. So, I will post a picture tomorrow. Let me get us out of switcher view for a minute. So I appreciate you joining. Let's talk for a second. Please comment, add me to join my VIP group. In my VIP group you can get specials, and I will run different specials, and that's where you can get discounts. If you're not interested in a discount and you just want to order off of my site, you can go to chalkcouture.com/ArlanaPatton. You can order there anytime. And even in my VIP group, I won't have everything on sale, but I will run different specials on different things. So it's still a nice bonus. The other thing is, if you just think that you love this and you think it would be so fun to join, the kit is, and I'll put that on the screen, is $99 for the kit, and it comes with a lot of things. It's like 5 pastes and 4, I think there's like 5 transfers. Comes with an apron, a lot of things. You can try it for a month or two, and your quota is $150 for a quarter. And if you don't get that and you decide you want to drop out, that's fine too, but you have some product to work with. And you're also able to get a one-time $50 off anything you want to purchase. If you purchase between now and the end of Christmas, I just found out today that Holiday Mini Icons is supposed to be in that. A gal had a picture of the kit, and it has that in it. So I don't know what they took out, but they took one out and replaced it with Holiday Mini Icons. So that's a great value, and So if you're interested in joining, let me know. I'm going to be getting an opportunity group going. And if you'll just please share, like, share, and subscribe, I appreciate that. And I appreciate you tuning in to my video tonight. And tomorrow I'm coming back with a birthday bash, and I'm probably doing 3 different birthday ideas. So we will see you tomorrow if you can join. And thanks so much for watching. Have a good night. Bye.